The Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business Podcast brings you a unique view of Mesa through its vibrant business community and the subjects that are important. The podcast is produced in the Mesa Chamber of Commerce Media Studio, sponsored by the University of Phoenix. Our podcast is hosted by Mesa Chamber of Commerce CEO Sally Harrison. Please enjoy this episode of the Mesa Chamber Inside Business Podcast.
Hey, it's Sally Harrison from the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, and today I have a special guest. Jaye O'Donnell, the Assistant Economic Development Director from the City of Mesa, is in the podcast studio with me. And Jaye is here to talk about small businesses in Mesa and how many resources we have available through the City of Mesa and the city's partners. Welcome, Jaye.
Thank you for having me today.
Of course. We have a lot to talk about.
We do.
There's a lot going on. Now and always. So before we get started in some of the details of the things that are happening within your office, talk about what is the Office of Economic Development? Because I don't know that everybody knows the scope of what you do.
We do get confused a lot with just the economic or accounting department at the city, which is sort of interesting. But
okay.
there is a big difference. The mission really for the Mesa Office of Economic Development is to enhance Mesa's economy and really improve the quality of life for our residents. And we do this by promoting Mesa as a premier destination for businesses, not only attracting companies to the area, but really to work with existing businesses to expand and help them grow. Mm-hmm. And then we also work with entrepreneurs and small businesses to help them start businesses and grow their businesses. And we really want to make sure that we're helping them build resiliency so that they can thrive in today's economy. And it really comes around to the primary goal of creating these high quality jobs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I watch what you guys are doing and partner with you on some things, and it's just amazing that you can keep up with all the activity. And you have a great team.
We do have a great team. We have 15 full-time professionals in our office, and they all have different skills and abilities, but it's a really strong stable of professional economic developers.
That's great. So let's talk about the Mesa Business Builder. A year ago, we were talking about the Mesa Cares program that the city had launched with now the Small Business Technical Assistance Program. The Business Builder program came from that. What businesses are eligible to receive this technical assistance, and then what exactly do they get when they're part of this program?
Sure. So the Mesa Business Builder is your small business toolbox. So let's just start with that. It's really this umbrella or a plethora of services that businesses can access on the website, mesabusinessbuilder.com. Mm-hmm. And it really helps businesses not just start businesses or grow, but existing businesses just find resources about utilities and permitting, zoning information. But then there are also business associations that are listed there, depending on different industries and trade associations that a business may want to become a part of. And we also provide site selection services on the website as well. And then for more in-depth information, we obviously want them to call our office. But the mesabusinessbuilder.com is also the portal page for the Small Business Technical Assistance Program, which is what we rolled out.
Such a mouthful.
It is. But we rolled that out at the beginning of this fiscal year. Mesa City Council was really provided great foresight, I think, in terms of providing funding for this program. Mm-hmm. After Mesa Cares was wrapping up. They wanted to make sure that we continued the programs and services for our small business community, and that is the technical assistance program that we've launched now this fiscal year.
Talk about the success of Mesa Cares. How much money was used for some of these smaller businesses? How many businesses actually went through the program, if you've got those numbers?
Sure. The Mesa Cares program was really an abbreviated program for micro businesses, and we had really a 3-tier program. The first was a financial assistance grant program that helped to cover mortgage or rental assistance as well as utilities. We served over 800 businesses for that particular program with over $4.5 million of grant funding. The second piece of that program was the technical assistance program, and we put 250 businesses through that program in a 6-month time period with 12 different partners, including the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, providing consulting and website development and webinars. It was phenomenal. And that was over $1 million that we dedicated to technical assistance. And then the third program was really marketing our small business community, as well as partnering with Visit Mesa to bring back some of that hospitality and leisure market that we were missing.
Well, we were blessed to be part of that program, but I got to say it was a little bit wild for those, 6 months that we were entrenched in that.
Exactly. And now I think
what a
we've
blessing really to those businesses.
It was. And I think that there were so many that really benefited from it and were so appreciative. And some of those that participated in the CARES program came back for the technical assistance program this year. So we really did try and streamline the program a little bit more this year, and it still is focused on assisting those small and micro-sized Mesa businesses. And really, technical assistance is just a fancy word for education and training or help and assistance.
Sure.
And the way that we've structured it this year is that we're still delivering the webinars, we're delivering in-person classes, and then one-on-one consulting and advising with subject matter experts. So if you're a small business and you need help with finance or accounting, or you need to know a little bit more about marketing, or you need a website built, you can come into this program as a Mesa business and really get the support and the customized training and education that you need. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what type of services we provide with the program.
Well, it sounds like there's something for almost every small business, really.
There is, and we've really worked with a wide variety of small businesses in a number of different industries. And I think that, especially in today's digital economy, the e-commerce is so critical. Having some sort of a web presence is really important, and then understanding just the nuances of how to use social media to increase your visibility as a business, and then also even understanding as a restaurant, how do I compete in this digital economy? How do I provide some e-commerce opportunity? Maybe offering your menu online so people can see before they come what they want to order, or providing takeout and online menu ordering. It's simple things like that a lot of small businesses didn't have when the pandemic hit, and might still not be as really as much as they need to on the digital space. And so this just allows them to get onto it.
Well, there's lots of opportunities for people to apply. So talk about how does one of our members or businesses in the community, how do they apply to receive the technical assistance?
We have tried to make the application process very easy. You just need to find a computer or a phone and pull up mesabusinessbuilder.com. At the top of the page, there is a button that says Apply Now. We have the application available in English and in Spanish, and it takes about 10 minutes to complete the application. So to be eligible, businesses must be for-profit and based in Mesa. So the business, when they're going on the application, they just have to upload a W-9 form that is signed, and then one form of proof that they are a Mesa business. So it could be a utility statement or something with the business address on it. But the nice thing too about this program is that there are so many home-based businesses in Mesa, and I know there are a lot of home-based businesses who are chamber members. Home-based businesses are eligible for this program.
That's fantastic. Well, it sounds like the majority of businesses in our community would be eligible.
Absolutely.
That's great. So talk about HUB, H-U-U-B.
Yes.
HUB.
So as far as processing the application, once we have processed the application and verify that you are a Mesa business, we then provide you with a plan for hours. And there's an onboarding step where we get you onto Mesa's Hub. Hub is our digital, it's an online platform and our learning library where businesses can go at any time at their convenience to access a number of resources. They can network with the 350 businesses who are already on the platform. They can also access the 120 plus webinars that are on the Hub. And then if they are part of the technical assistance program, they can also then schedule hours or book their hours through the Hub as well. And the Hub has just been a really wonderful resource for us in economic development because we don't have enough staff to really case manage 80 businesses or 100 businesses. So this has been our way of helping to manage the volume and the number of clients that we have in the technical assistance program. But the nice thing about the learning library is that there are so many different webinars and on so many different topics, and these are classes that are given by subject matter experts that if a business would have to pay for something like this, it would be hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm. And the city has already invested in all this content, and we're sharing it free for Mesa businesses.
So if they didn't actually enroll in the technical assistance piece, do they still have access to that?
As a Mesa business, they can still log on to Hub and get access to the webinars. So even if they are not in the technical assistance program, they can still take advantage of the online resources.
That's fantastic. Talk about the classes that are coming up. What does that look like? What do you have?
Sure. This is one of my favorite parts of this particular program. And we have great partners that we're working with to deliver these classes. I just wanted to mention Local First Arizona, East Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Prestamos, Cahoots, and then, of course, the Mesa Chamber of Commerce and Mesa Community College. You guys have been great partners with us, and together with the Chamber, we just completed a beginning computer literacy class in December, and the students or the business owners who completed that class were so pleased. But the evaluations came back with rave reviews. It was delivered by professional faculty at Mesa Community College in 10 hours, and those who completed or graduated the class actually received a free laptop, which we were really pleased to do that. Cool. There's an intermediate computer class running right now, and then next, starting the week of February 7th, we have the Excel technology for business. And so this is a really focused class. It's 20 hours of in-person or online training. It's kind of nice. There's a hybrid option, but it's again given at Mesa Community College, free class, and they really dig into the benefits of using Excel and how to use Excel for business. And the really cool thing about this is both this class or all the computer classes have been offered in both English and in Spanish. Which is really nice for those businesses who are primary Spanish speaking. Right. So there's still space in the Excel classes as well. I'm hoping that some of your businesses who are listening will sign up for this.
That would be great. So what if businesses can't make the scheduled classes or commit to working with a consultant right now? What happens?
So if they can't commit right now, and typically the hours that we're assigning are really based on what the business wants and needs to focus on. So they might, for example, receive 15 hours of consulting time, and that might be split, 8 hours of financial planning and guidance, and then another, 7 or 8 hours of marketing. And so if they don't have the time to really dedicate to that kind of schedule where they're maybe meeting with a consultant 1 or 2 times a week, they can wait. They can enroll in the program and let us know that they want to defer those hours maybe 2 months out or 4 months out to next fiscal year, which starts July 1st, and we'll have another round of funding available. That's fine. Or they can also just go on to myhub.com/Mesa and access all of the free webinars and training that are on there right now. There's also a community engagement space that lists kind of shout outs to various businesses so they can do some marketing on there. And then there's also a calendar of events on My Hub so they can see what is coming up. And if they have an hour to dedicate to watching a webinar, they're welcome to do that too.
Wow. I don't know how you find time to do your actual job, because all of this came because of a pandemic.
It did. But we have great resources. And as you said earlier, we also have a great team of staff helping. And then the vendors that we've been working with, the partners, really have been phenomenal in delivering these services in partnership with us, and also the businesses who are, signing up to get this technical assistance. They're the ones who are the end users, and they're the ones who we want to benefit and to become more competent and more competitive, and then they'll be more resilient the next time something like a pandemic happens, God forbid, but we know something like this will happen, or there will be another recession, and they'll be better prepared.
Right. Well, it's interesting because obviously we have a handful of members that were involved in the CARES program, and we had great stories from them, how much they appreciated, but how much they realized they didn't know about running a small business. I think a lot of people, we talk about restaurants because a lot of chefs decide to be an owner. Well, they didn't maybe go to school to be an owner, just to be a chef. And I think that's a great example of somebody who they don't know what they don't know at that point. But this program, and I'm sure the program that we're in now, has certainly made a difference for them. And, kudos to the city for stepping it up and really establishing a program very quickly. There was no lag time.
It was a very fast turnaround. And in my long career of public service, and even just being with the city for 12 years, I have never seen any program started so quickly, and one that was so broad and deep in terms of services.
And needed.
And needed. We really did our homework before we started this program, and we asked the businesses, and the Chamber was a partner in this too. You guys did a ton of surveying and really finding out where the pain points were for the businesses, communicating that back to the city, and then we were able to design and develop a program that filled those gaps. The tough thing about it is communicating to some of those businesses who are not on social media, or they don't have a lot of the sophistication in using email or even texting, and so they're a little bit more harder to reach. So we've tried to employ a lot of different types of guerrilla marketing to reach those smaller businesses, and even the businesses who have one or two employees. Maybe it's just a mom and pop shop working out of their home. It's been hard to reach them. So we really depend on things like this, the podcast, and then word of mouth, and chamber members helping to carry the message to other colleagues that they know, or neighbors that they know could really use the program. It's so important.
Jay, thank you so much for being here. It's been good to kind of recap what we've done and where we're at right now. And hopefully those who are listening and haven't already gone on online and registered to be part of the current program will consider, getting involved, because there's only good things to come from it for small businesses.
Thank you so much for your time and for having me on today. And we do invite anyone who has interest and questions to go on to the mesabusinessbuilder.com website and do your homework and give us a call. We're here to help. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, we'll have you back.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
This has been a Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business podcast. You can find all podcast episodes at iTunes, Spotify, or your own favorite podcast website. You can also find them online at mesachamber.org. Content of this podcast is copyright the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, unless otherwise noted.